Let's try to understand India's big message at the Quad meeting. What Jaishankar really said. Let's. I'm going to introduce the meeting with you, and please try to understand in simple language of the Quad meeting. In rapidly changing world, diplomacy. दुनिया की डिप्लोमेसी जो है कंटिन्यूसली चेंज हो रही है जो इससे कई दशक आगे की पॉलिसी तय की जा रही है कि आगे हाउ यूएसए इंडिया एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया जापान विल डेल्ट with the China influence in the Indian oceans and how to counter the power dominations of China's because US never ever wants the dominations of China in the Indo-Pacific oceans and South China Sea. That is why the four nations built the organizations of the Quad to maintain the maritime routes, diplomatic ties, defense ties, and business infrastructure. So that is why the missions of the Quad to encounter China's influence in the Pacific Oceans as well as South China Sea influence. As we know that in the South China Sea, China is trying to build artificial island to control the entire maritime sea routes because all the 19% of the trade passed through the South China Sea. That is why China has a interest to control this route, and it is a very diplomatic, very strategic route to the America. And also there is uh, a hub of minerals. That is why China wanted to build more and more artificial island and try to establish the military base to control the nations who are around South China Sea. That is the things to control by the China, and we want to stop the hegemony of China's in the regions. Key uh, key takeaways from Jaishankar message. First, Jaishankar message was form a stand against terrorism. As Jaishankar made it clear, India has ever right to defend itself against terrorism. After recent attack of Pahalgam, India warned that victims and perpetrators must not be equated. That was not a subtitle message to the countries that provide safe havens to terrorists, especially Pakistan. And second, the agenda of India's maritime security and China. As we discuss with in this video, India joined other Quad members in the criticizing unilateral actions in the South China Sea. The message direct to the Indo-Pacific must remain free and open. That is the signals to China without naming it. And the third topic is no veto on India's choices. Indian flag between US and Russian's flag. Jaishankar also said something powerful. No one has veto on India's foreign policy. In the other words, India will make decisions based on national interest, not under pressure from any bloc. That is the message of the Indian government to the world. And Quad as actions, not just a talk. He highlighted concrete initiative, maritime domain awareness, critical technologies, disaster response, and telecom partnership, showing Quad is more than just a geopolitical shows. Why this matter? The meeting happened just an hour after President Trump's second terms began. A signal that the Quad remains strong even the political changes. For India, this is chance to shape a multipolar Asia and lead as take security, provider, especially for familiar Indo-Pacific nations. And the closing, India, Jashankar shaking hands with the Quad leaders. India just not participating in global diplomacy. India shaping it the through the Quad. It's making sure the peace, security, and freedom in the Indo-Pacific and just areas, but realities. Thank you.